Now we're coming into 2016 when we lost Dad for the final time. So when Dad did take his life, like after everything he'd already been through and tried to build and like, you know, tried to have a life again and no relationship with us, I know he tried. How did you feel when that happened? Like when we found out that?
I felt pretty devastated.
Yeah.
Yeah. More for you, his kids, like, and for me too, like, and for Nuna, his family, like, yeah, because I thought he was going well. Like, yeah,
we all did.
But I know you were always worried. Because you saw a side of him that I probably didn't see him that much.
Oh, well,
and I suppose I didn't talk to him as much. I didn't really talk. So, you know, I was moving on with my own life, and it was like, you know, we might talk about Nick when he went over to stay with him for a little while. Yeah, and Nick did that. But Nick, you know, it was a bit hard for Nick too. I think he was got older and he missed years with your father. So
yeah,
it was very hard for him too, I think. Yeah, it was just hard for all of you. And yeah, especially that time, the time he chose to do it. And the year that, you know,
Tim was getting married.
My brother was getting married. And yeah.
There's just so much to look forward to.
I know. But I was worried about him when he lived over there. And I think his family worried too. But why so far away. And I think because it was easy for him to move on over there. Or maybe, I don't know.
Well, he was going really, you know, with work and he had friends there. And he did have a good life there, we thought.
If he was closer, maybe, you know, a bit more relationship with you.
Yeah, exactly.
He just couldn't, no one knows what he was thinking. And probably won't know, but.
Well, we never will. That's always been another hard thing for me is that just,
but you know,
never knowing. You know, you just never know. It's always the what ifs. The what if this? What if I did that? What if
you have to move on and be resilient and
just try and remember
live your life every day.
And that's why with everything I try and, you know, remember. And that's the whole purpose of me doing
he
this.
loved you all. And
and I just don't want his death to be in vain. Like, I want to share this because maybe what we're sharing now will help another family, will help another husband or wife or kids. And it's hard, but it's like we have a story to share, and that's what's important. Did it bring back things from the past? Like, was this a totally different kind of grief? Like, it's not like we obviously thought we lost him again, but then
I think it was
different.
Yeah, well, it was probably more grief because I'd gone through that and you know, you still had him. So that was the main thing.
Yeah.
Thank God that you had those years with him, but you could have more years with him. But yeah, that he, you know, he made it through and and it was just so sad that he thought he had no one to, and that happened.
I know, and that's what's always hard.
Fighting, you know, for his life. Hey, you know, like,
and that just that battle he had in his mind
and helping so many people with it. I think the loneliness over there too, like, you know, even though he had work and that, he'd still be going home alone.
On his own, yeah.
So, you know, it's like
and drinking.
Not like your kids don't live down the road or you can go to your kids in the next suburb, something like that.
And it wasn't easy. It's like a 7-hour flight. It's like $1,000 each way.
Yeah, like Perth is the furthest.
Yeah. So for us, and we're all young, like I was 28 when he passed. I
just felt so bad for you because I felt, you know, it just like it started all over again, brought everything back.
Yeah.
You know, and now even still, we've got grandchildren now, and I think, well, you know, he'd love.
I always think too how he was with Prinny.
And all the, like your school, like your uni again, and, you know, all these milestones,
like, you know, we're all really healed and, you know, Nick's done so much well with everything and he's helping
grown
others.
So much,
Yeah, that's the man he is today. Was there anything, I know this might be a hard question, but anything that you wish you had expressed to him before? Anything that you feel like, you know, if you could go back and say something, just this will be more to share for other people?
Probably maybe if we probably talked a bit more, if you needed, like you knew he could talk to me, if you needed to call me.
Yeah.
Don't know. Yeah.
Because I knew that was
I had moved on, like, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Partner, so
yeah, and that, I know that was always hard because you
I felt bad
guilty.
That maybe it was hard for him to see me with someone else. I don't know. But I know he probably felt bad for what had happened, but that was in the past, and I forgave him for that, and I understood that, you know, he was in a bad place.
I think as well, like for you, this is what I mean by you, no matter what has happened to you, you always just still see the good, and you felt bad because you had moved on. Like that's just something that, you know, you need to really, you're such a
I
good person and
guilty
you're empathy
sort of thing.
and it's, but it's also, like it's taking.
I always feel bad for the other person. Like, no, if that person's not there for you, they're not there for you. So.
Yeah. I mean, that's something now you're learning with yourself, is that put yourself first.
Yeah.
Your kids are all
not worry about what people say. And
life's too short.
Yeah, that's it. So now that's what I do.
Yeah. How, in general, with grief over the years, do you feel grief ever fades or we just change? We change, we get stronger.
I think we get stronger. Grief's still
100%.
Like, you know, I lost my mother 4 years ago, so she was a big part of our life. So she was my rock.
Yeah.
And she was strong for us kids when we were growing up. And
you learn a lot from her. I can see that.
And she done a lot for us. And and she, you know, she struggled with health issues the last 12 months of her life. So it was hard. But I spent as much time as I could with her, which I'm so grateful for.
But that's it. We just get stronger, isn't it?
Yeah. Still hard, and we all still miss her very much.
We should be so proud of you for doing this, because I can already imagine if she saw me
proud
with the videos and stuff. She used to love, and when I used to talk, all of us, she's proud of all the grandkids and our children.
Yeah, it's all done well.
How did you find the strength to move on?
I think because when you have, because your children, you want to show them that what they can do. Yeah, that I could have just gave up. I could just thought, what's the use of doing anything?
And you always put us first, and that's something
I just think you just got to get on with it. And I think getting on with it sort of helped me through, because I was just I probably blocked a lot of things out because I just had to get on with life. I didn't have time to sit around and feel sorry for myself. Yeah, where I probably think about it more now, because once you have grandchildren and as they're getting older, as you're getting older yourself, and think you think about the future, and because you're getting older, how many years you've got left. Yeah, you look at that.
But now I think too,
I look at where we are, and everyone's in a good place, even though of course we miss people in our lives. We miss your father. The best thing is you just live your life and get on with your life. And not worry about anyone else.
How do you feel now when you look at us kids and the lives we've created?
Oh, I'm very proud of you all. Yeah. I mean, you could have went the other way. People go through a hard time in, growing up. It's not easy to turn around. And turned around. And you've gone through that. Teenage years weren't easy. I was so worried.
We were wild.
I'm trying.
Sorry. We weren't all wild.
I'm still hearing about stories I didn't know about.
Oh, I think that's cool now. We can tell you what we did, and you can listen, but we won't judge.
Yeah. But I'm just glad you've got on with your lives, and you're all
but
confident,
and that's the thing is, it was hard, but we've always got a lot of good values. I think we're
supportive.
Good
family
people.
Helps too. Very good role models, and in our both families, so that helps a lot.
And I look back and I think even home, I moved away, but the childhood and the teenage years I had with friends that I still talk to now is just priceless. And
of course.
And
I can understand you wanted to move away. Where we lived wasn't, the easiest to find work, and wasn't much happening there. But to move away from what happened is sometimes a fresh start. And I think that helped you a bit.
Well, I think for me at 21, and that's what I talk about in my story episode.
State, new place to live.
I just felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. I was 21. I wanted to go to uni. I still wasn't at uni. I was just partying every weekend, and I was just in that rut. So when I got the chance to move away, I thought I'll go away, come to uni, stay here for 5 years, come back. But then I fell in love with the Gold Coast. And it was
time to be then,
yeah.
Best time to be.
Well, and now it's
and Nick came up,
And now I've been here 16 years this year, and I'm going traveling. I'm all right, Gold Coast, I've had fun. I came here, uni, apartment, business, and it's exciting. What was the moment where you knew that you had to step forward and bring in your own healing journey? I know that obviously grow with us, like you said, you just kind of got on with things, but now you really have, you've kind of, and I think it has a lot to do with how we are as a family now as well. And like my own personal work, and Nick doing a lot of self-development, and Tim, you know, being a dad and talking more and stuff like that. And with Kiara, and like, Kiara, you know, she's done her own, a lot of deep diving. But I think that's helped you.
Yeah,
I think, and I
open up a bit more to it.
I think us four as kids, we've looked at what we've been through, and we've been able to now be like, okay, well, we're going to do better.
That's what you make it. You can be negative and think, oh, poor me, but no one's going to come and help you. You don't help yourself. So, yeah. You've got my life, and
But I think that
I just wanted just to know that, you know, nothing's impossible. If you want to do something, you just try for it. Like, I never thought I'd have my own home. But
now you have two.
Yes. That was a big goal, just to have my own home, because we had a home and we had to sell that home. And then that was devastating for me. Like,
and then before we moved to the coast,
And then, So, and just to travel and enjoy your life. Like, don't wait for anything.
Yeah. And I think as well as, obviously, you know, now that you, like you said, like we're all more self-aware, and we've done that inner work, and then that's kind of, that's sparked you to do more. And I think, you know, now, like I was saying,
deal with process things that I've never processed.
Yeah. Which is really important.
Just held on, like, you know, pushed
and
aside.
It's never too late.
No.
And that's what I wanted. Yeah.
It's been a hard year, but got through it. And now's a new year, so
I know.
Looking forward to, you know.
And you've really come out, like last year, and that's what I remember. I always say to you, I was like, "You're going to have your breakthrough, Mum. Just believe in me. Just believe in me." And
and it's still, you know,
that's
times
at 60, you've dealt with a lot of things, but you bottled up. But it's never too late, and that's the thing is like, now I think sharing this is like the purpose of inspiring people to do it. When, you know, it's you can talk to anyone. Like, there's if you can't talk to someone that you know, you can seek help. Like, you can always call Lifeline. You can, and in your family care more than you think. Like, people will listen. It's no one's ever. A lot of people
don't have any idea that you
going through something,
or you're going through that.
We mask so well, and they think,
oh, they look, you know, everything looks, you know, perfect, you know, but a lot of things are hidden, and never know.
All right, so we're almost finished. What advice would you give to women who are currently in a difficult marriage or situation that don't know how to move forward? You could tell your younger self that, you know,
to talk to people about what's the
don't be
problem, or don't be shy, and don't be embarrassed not to speak up.
Embarrassed to be judged.
To say that, you know, you're having problems in
everyone
marriage or your family or whatever. And and if it's try to, you know, work things out if you can't work them out, and nothing's going to change. I suppose if it's in abusive, or, you know, you have to, you know,
there's some things
you can't keep together.
Yeah.
I tried so many times. It wasn't just because that. It was because a lot of other things.
Yeah.
Too. Like, you know, self-worth. I had no worth. I had no confidence.
Just bottled up.
And when people make comments, like your husband, you're supposed to, and, you know, you take them in, and you just feel worthless. And that was once I started work and I had my own money, and that I thought, I can do this now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not relying on someone, and
it's don't be scared to start over if you need to.
No,
it doesn't
we
matter.
Have to start over. We start over with nothing. So,
but I think too, some people in certain situations, they feel they can't start over.
It's too hard.
Yeah. But life,
and it was hard. It's very hard. I worked hard, and I never thought I'd get through it. But
going on from that, about, you know, the building your confidence. So, like, how did you rebuilt your life? Kind of, that's it. We started again, and you focused. You got us that house. You bought your first house on your own, and we renovated it. You know.
Yeah.
And you kind of just slowly built your confidence back up doing things that you loved. You mentioned about dancing.
Dancing and meeting people and just going out and having fun, because I didn't go out much to do anything. And just having the house, and I focused on renovating, and, you know, learned how to do a lot of things myself, and just bit by bit and just having that, I think it's freedom to, you know, to have your own place, the freedom. And now the freedom as I'm getting older, that, you know,
don't have to stress.
I've got options. When I'm ready to retire, and things just to show your kids that you can, if you try, you want something bad enough, you can get it.
You can have it.
And to not give up.
We all have that.
To expect something to come your way, that you've
work hard, and we all have worked very hard for what we've got. If you could go back and talk to your younger self, so your 5-year-old Cindy, the version of you like when you were a younger girl, and just give her a cuddle, advice, just your younger self, what would you say to her? Like if you could go back in time and...
I think to give it a cuddle and say that I'm enough. Yeah. That I'm precious and I'm beautiful and
yeah.
It's kind of give it that I'm loved. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's so beautiful, Mum.
Which I knew I was loved, but yeah. But, when you're little like that.
If Dad was here today and fully healed, and I know we can't, he's not here, but what do you think he would say to us kids?
I just think he'd be so proud.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because he loved you so much. Yeah, but it's hard for people to understand because he loved you so much and what he did. But I think because he just didn't want to be without you, didn't want us to break up.
Yeah, and I think he felt guilty.
See a life without being a family. I think and he probably had a lot of guilt.
I think with the fire as well, because the scars. I know he always said that to us, that
every time you were saying
he regretted what he did to us, and he was reminded every single day of the fire because he was bad.
He was looked in the mirror. And
different.
Yeah, of course. But, But she would be so proud.
If you could describe, this is our last question, if you could describe your journey in one sentence, what would it be?
My life journey?
Yeah, to date.
A lot of ups and downs.
Yep.
So many beautiful moments and beautiful memories. And I wouldn't have changed getting married and having a family.
No regrets, but it's, you got through it.
Yeah, I got through it. And, there's probably some regrets, things you could have done different, but in hindsight, you can't go back and change things. So
you can't let it
dwell on the past. No, and then just live your life. Yeah. Travel and enjoy your life. Or you can't do it anymore. And to forgive people and don't judge and be kind and don't take things to heart, which probably I do a little bit too much.
But you're slowly not. We're working on
letting go
You're dealing with that deconditioning.
Letting go of people, negativeness.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a wrap on today's episode. Thank you very much for listening. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe, and I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a review if it resonated with today's episode. Thank you again for listening.